Of all the places for global warming to rear its ugly head, I'm here in the lovely prairie city of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Scientists have been warning of the disastrous and allegedly irreversible effects of global warming now for a number of years. Heat-trapping emissions far outweigh any other current natural climate influences, making human activities the primary cause of our excessively warm climate. In the past 100 years, the average global temperature has risen by just over 3/4 of a degree centigrade. But in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, a dramatic increase has taken place in the last 6 months alone. Behind me is Lake Diefenbaker, the main water source for the city of Saskatoon. Normally at this time of year, of course, it's frozen and filled up to the level that I'm standing on. The city water engineer, Petrova Holuchka, fears that there may be as little as 7 days water supply remaining. After that, she says she's not sure what they can do. Do you have a few minutes? We're doing a documentary on global warming.
I guess so. I'm just out paying some Christmas bills.
Well, what do you think about this heat?
I think it's terrible. I can barely breathe.
What do you think is causing it?
I don't know, really. Last I heard, it was sunspots.
Sunspots in January?
I know. Look, I've got to go.
Are you concerned at all that this weather might be a harbinger of worse things to come?
No, it's just a quirky winter, that's all.
This phenomenon has many of my colleagues quite puzzled. However, I myself am confident that I have a good understanding of the cause.
Yes?
Yes.
No, I mean, what is it?
What is what?
The cause of this incredible heat here in Saskatoon.
Well, global warming, of course. You see, when people drive their cars incessantly all over the world, the increase in exhaust causes an increase in the carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere.
But there aren't that many cars in the Saskatoon area. Why are we seeing this terrible heat wave only in and around Saskatoon? Just a couple of kilometers away, the temperature is near the normal for January, of about -11 degrees centigrade.
Well, the combines, of course, and the skidoos, and the unusual wind currents created by the aurora borealis exerting its influence on the river.
It's not just the people of Saskatoon who are affected by this strange phenomenon. The wildlife is also subject to the overwhelming heat. Birds have fallen dead in mid-flight. Strange insects have appeared. We found this unusual specimen in the leaf of a common elm tree. This tropical insect, commonly found in equatorial countries including Brazil, has never been seen farther north than Costa Rica. This is just one of a number of increasingly strange sightings of tropical insects in and around Saskatoon.
I remember back in 1976 when I was a graduate student in Kenya. We made an incredible discovery of a pine beetle native to North America on a tree near Nairobi.
So how do you think this strange insect arrived in Saskatoon?
Well, quite likely it got caught up in the intercontinental draft and then was sucked up into an atmospheric undertow created by the heat wave over the city. God, it's hot.
And do you believe that this will change the Saskatoon ecological balance?
Oh yes, it will have a devastating effect on local flora and fauna. In fact, every city in Canada and every cold climate across the world will become hotspots until the entire globe becomes unbearably hot for every species, including humans.
This phenomenon is merely an aberration, you see. although we don't have any confirmed instances of this in the past 200 or 300 years, that is merely a drop in the bucket of history. I am convinced that this type of isolated heat wave has occurred many times in prehistory. It is essential that we not become hysterical, but observe and enjoy this climatological anomaly.
Some experts are saying that this heat wave in January is nothing to worry about, and it's simply something to be observed, and some of the locals are even enjoying it.
It's simply the end of the world.
The end of the world.
Well, yes, you might just as well enjoy it, observe it, because you're all going to die. What's the matter with you people? Are you all insane? It's 50 degrees in Saskatoon. It's the middle of winter. We're all gonna die. What's the goal?
Hey. This is Harry Calvin in Saskatoon.
Mm-hmm.